All right, so I got a little bit of a drive here, and I'll explain why. Haven't done an update in a little bit. Again, I don't know who really cares. A few of you do, or family members that are interested in what I'm up to. That's kind of who I do it for. But why am I in traffic? It's more than ever. We had a break from it because of the fires. A lot of people left town. But what happened was because, especially for where I live, where I cut through a lot of the San Fernando Valley to get to the west side down the Malibu Canyon, that's all closed off, and that's a way that a lot of people in the valley get to and from the west side of LA for work or whatever. So that's been closed off till who knows when, right? And what's going on is traffic, because it's such a congested place as it is getting backed up severely. So now it's almost 10:30. I'm going for a haircut on the west side, and usually this drive at this time would take maybe 45 minutes, 50 minutes. It's almost an hour and a half. That's because of this, and that's like now all day long. I noticed it yesterday, so I'm probably going to have to cut down like at least maybe one scheduled client per day, or I'm going to lose my mind. I can't sit, and it's not like just drive. I can drive for days. I mean, people who followed me last summer, I drove all the way from Alaska to the Los Angeles, and they were before, till I got to the border, I mean, like, how'd you get there? I mean, I just kept driving 10 plus hours a day, 12 hours a day. I love it. This stop and go where I got to hyper focus, my foot's going up down, I got to watch. People cut you off if you relax for a second here and give a little space between. That's the problem, is that if you try to just say, I'm just going to chill out, I'm going to look at the scenery, you'll never get anywhere, because people keep just filing in and cutting you off, because people here are savages when they drive. And now it's worse than ever, because people get desperate when their regular routes, where it's bad enough, is now backed off. So now they got to take one. It's terrible. So anyway, that's why I'm in traffic a lot. I think I really have to, for me to stay sane and just literally get to everything I need to in a day, I got to cut back. I've got to try to maybe, like this haircut thing where I would just do it and I just kind of have half my morning devoted to it. This is my entire morning. This is half my day just to get a goddamn haircut. So that's a little frustrating. I'm definitely not going to be here after the summer. I mean, I will come here from time to time to work with clients, do groups, see family, but I can't. I think I'm just going to be back in Alaska. It's rough in the winter. I probably will find an alternative for 2 or 3 months in the dead of winter there. But the life there is just I love it, and it's just everything there is just, my business works. I do fine there with my training, and I like the people there. They're much easier to interact with in general. And god damn it, the driving, things are further apart. People complain like, oh, you got to drive half a day, but it's beautiful scenery driving, and if you have the right vehicle, you can drive in the ice and snow. Just don't be an idiot. Here, driving like idiots is everywhere, and again, I try to just chill and relax. I'm like, yeah, no big deal, I'll just deal with the traffic and be at peace. Cutting you off, honking, this, that, you can't get a break. It's just overstimulated. And I have my own sensory issues as it is. I won't get into the poor me. It's not about that. It's about the reality of everyone has to deal with this. So, because I don't want to charge more, right? I don't want to like uptick my rates because I have a, more drive time or whatever. I just try to just have a less client a day or whatever, or one less day a week or something for them. But plan an exit strategy. So that's that. I had gotten a couple trolls yesterday on my YouTube page, which usually is a pretty positive kind of forum, because you can just watch so many years of content. And these people don't, because they'll watch a 3-second video of my niece playing with Sue, my Rottweiler. They don't even see the videos with her interacting with him at other times, and it's always my credibility as a trainer. You think you're the dog savant, and they're always someone with like no videos or videos unrelated to training. They know nothing about dogs. They're not professionals, but they're so evil and so disrespectful. It's like, I don't like go up to my gardener and say, and like I'm looking, actually coincidentally, my neighborhood, there's something going on. They're not picking up the shit, the trash. I just complained to the management. It's ridiculous how like there's dog shit everywhere. There's no poop bags in the neighborhood dispensers. It's getting a little much. There's trash everywhere, stepped in poop. My dogs are going around it, and I don't want to deal with that. No one does, or at least the assholes who don't pick up their poop or trash, they don't mind dealing with it because they like living in filth, because they are filth. But normal people, decent people, don't want to deal with that because they pick up after themselves, not like pigs. If you don't do that, if your owner doesn't pick up your dog's poop unless there's some emergency, I get it, we've all forgotten the bag, whatever, but go pick it back up, because if you do that like normally and think it's okay, you're garbage. Completely as a person, you are that shit that you didn't pick up. Just for that. But anyway, these people who are that shit that you didn't pick up either, who want to comment on someone else's page, where they don't take 5 minutes to go look and say, oh, look at this guy, look at what he's doing with all the other dogs. Maybe he does have acumen as a trainer. You can go look, do the research. If you look at the testimonials from real people, all the way to the actual videos of me working with dogs, I don't think I would get a show and get paid for it and all these other opportunities to work with these people if I wasn't pretty good at what I do, and I think one of the best at what I do. Otherwise, they wouldn't hire me and pay me the money they do. You want to compare tax returns and bank accounts? I mean, how far do you want to go with this? Because you have so much horrible stuff to say, and I'm just here just sharing my life, doing the work. Other than a haircut, I'm usually sitting in traffic to go see clients, 3-4 a day. Go look at my posts. You see a different dog that I'm taking pictures with every day. You think I'm just going up to random strangers' houses, knocking on their door and saying, hey, can I put your dog on a leash in a place and take a picture of them and pose with them? These are my clients. These are people I see over and over. It's called social proof. And again, if I didn't have the social proof, then you can maybe say something like, this guy's a wannabe, which is a lot of internet dog trainers that actually are more popular on the internet and social media than me. I just do fine in the real world, so I don't really care. But I do care when someone has something to say when they have no clue, and they take it off of, a short 3-second video, a 4-second video of my niece playing with Sue because I had him tied off because of a 4-year-old child. You're safe about it, even though he's again, I don't need to explain myself. It's just so silly that people are so ignorant, and in their ignorance, they feel the need to say something, and they don't even say it in an inquisitive way, like, what do you mean by this? They have no experiential understanding, but they say the most awful things like they're experts, and even a real expert wouldn't speak like that. Like, I'll speak out about the dog daddy, but look, that's ridiculous. That's common consensus. Everyone sees what he's doing is chaos. And we're experienced professionals that can speak out about it, and again, it's chaos. But other trainers, look, there's some trainers I like, and I'm like, and if he asked me for help, I'd give him my 2 cents, but let him do what he does. It's working for him, her, whoever. Some people, they're not in a position where they should be giving advice. They're 5 years, 10 years in the business, and they're doing seminars and courses and how I do this and I teach my students. There's some lady, it's like, be quiet. Stop it. You talk with this ultimate authority. I'll train circles around you. And I still have imposter syndrome. That's the thing. I'm embarrassed. I'm just finally starting to feel that it's okay to share what all my years have accumulated. And I'm also even working on a master's degree simply because I don't feel I know enough. I want to know more. It's not about sharing something I'm limited in knowing. It's about learning. And then when you're maxed out, which no one ever is, or enough where you think that you actually have, instead of this, my students, lady, and I'm talking about one specific lady, I won't say who she is, METHOD, man. But anyway, the issue is that these people are not experienced enough to be talking so confidently. Maybe go into the trenches a little bit. They scale up, they hire other people. I'm doing this all myself, and it's not like I couldn't. I can make tons of money off people. I can probably get a couple $100 per hour off doing nothing if I scale up and just work on ads and management and fielding new clients and questions and send out my trainers out to it. What are you going to learn that way? How to manage a business and scale up. Now you're trying to put your methods, and you're probably teaching other trainers with limited experience how to scale up. But anyway, that's the update. That's a little rant for you. Hope that was fun for you. Oh, there's a traffic. Yeah, we're building up. So the 405 and the 101, back to the traffic because it is ruining lives here in LA. Look, the 101 freeway and the 405 freeway, that intersect where they meet is, I think, one of, maybe in Shanghai or something it's worse, but this is one of the worst congested traffic areas in the world. So that's where I'm coming up upon. I'm going to give you a little flash just so you see. Anyway, and no harm. There's good trainers, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe, I guess I am jealous. I don't know. Why is it me at 30 years, I'm finally thinking I know enough? And doing this a lot for 30 years. Like, not just once a week, a lot of training. Finally feeling like, and I know other trainers too, it's like, they're old school. They finally feel they have something to teach. And these people are 5-10 years in, and they're just seasoned professionals. We're now there. And again, most of that 5-10 years was just scaling up, so they weren't even doing that much hands-on training. If you're someone who's looking for a trainer listening to this, just understand, not all of us trainers are gonna pull the curtain back and explain what's really going on. They're just going to look good. They're going to sound nice. And they're nice people, even the shitty trainers mean well. The ones who say horrible things, they are the dog shit that wasn't picked up. But people that are, that's a callback, by the way, for anyone who doesn't understand, like talking, comedy, sales, whatever. Again, debate me, come on podcasts with me, all these people that think you know better. I just don't think that you're going to have the expertise, the technique, or the mental acumen to roll.